You need to watch out for
Right on time. Well,
Paimon's been one.
we've known each other for some time.
Oh, Paimon knows what.
Yep, I guess you. Us mercs, on the other hand.
Well, Paimon thinks you.
Really?
Oh, Sino's here.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation.
Oh,
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask.
Perhaps I need to work on my... Still, it's perfectly
Yes, please.
Well, looks like Sino taught.
You fear death. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here.
Mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert. The people of Aru Village. A war would only cause us.
We understand. I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
You must. Some mystery man.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him.
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. He got us to Lord. You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If he, that guy.
I believe I may know what's going.
Uncle Anpu.
Okay.
If my suspicion... Some time ago, it strikes me now that...
Which means it's high... They were the...
Not the academia again.
Just as I... But what could they want with...
People are nothing but... Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it. Candace?
All right.
Let's meet back here once. Let's get some food in us, and where did you come from?
Well, as you...
You were gone for ages! Hey, what's with...
You never think things...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an... there's just nothing super obvious to pick...
Well, anyway.
Yep. Enough with this...
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all tough!
While you were investigating.
Really?
To be honest, we aren't Not to mention that
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But...
What does that...
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word?
You mean... some...
hiding the truth does not... Remember what Candace said. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't... Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked, the reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in...
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right.
She corrected herself mid...
I think it's been a few...
Remember?
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic to...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear...
Then what?
By getting involved with an...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is a...
We're on it.
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. Alhay...
Huh?
go ahead and talk to her. Go on. Earn her...
Is it really that simple?
May I call you... hi, Travel. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you before. I wouldn't even have the courage to ask. Traveler, do you believe our lives...
Yeah, we came here from another... But even so, we have friends in Sumeru.
My apologies for posing my questions.
Al-Haytham told us you have your reasons. It's okay, we understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others...
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people, and then it happened. The village keep...
You can tell them.
Alright. I actually have a sharper sense of... Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint. It used to be louder and more free...
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty, but... because we're in the middle of a...
There's really nothing around...
I think they used to use it for treating...
yeah, let's go.
A reward on the road.
Ugh. Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand... monsters! Watch out!
Prepare to be blown away! Windblade! This'll brighten up the place!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
Extract! I was fully prepared.
What's the freeze?
Be gone! A little ambiance.
Oh, so sorry.
Prepare to be blown away! This'll brighten up the place!
Dodge this!
Fire! Well, with rocks.
They were super They look super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take...
Hey,
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
and just like that, what are you reading?
Okay, sure.
Huh?
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's... And anyway, so Paimon's... Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
whoa. It's like they oh, it looks like they're up.
That's close enough. Where do you think you're going?
I'll be back.
Windblade! Prepare to be blown away! Windblade!
Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Freeze.
Neutralize!
Look! There's... Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak. And also,
Didn't expect to see...
you know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine.
He's a scholar too.
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply... There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we've...
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread these rumors were all the persuasion that as well as being able to life for the desert, many would give even if complications arise. People will see that those involved are all followers of the notion of an academia plot.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, but there's still...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently... If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly...
Resource?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into...
Extracted? You mean...
With the technology of the Sumeru, perhaps the process...
So, the human brain...
I'm the academia... Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule, or perhaps his curiosity...
Paimon...
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining... However, I can't help but wonder... What do the academia is I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to...
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects?
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything this matter needs to be corrected. Just like fixing a typo in a...
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru. And the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Probably not.
You can say that. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia.
You're probably right. Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a
I'm just a more likable He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru village.
We're back!
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet,
We may have a mole in our... One of us could be secretly revealed.
Huh? Are our friends...
Looks like none of you have realized. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
choose your next word.
It is simply a logical
So what you're saying is... Interesting. And here I thought you were the most...
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like...
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you... As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. But simply put, if you want to raise...
The academia?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have every so often... I remember seeing the thick...
You're saying that the But what's the point in...
The Akasha is capable... The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data and...
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching...
So that's how it is. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable. Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped because of...
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements...
Whoa, you bound.
There is always an opportunity...
Oh, so that's... If the academia is true... Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too! I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be...
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing... So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an Looks like there were more than... Let's split up and search the...
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely a device used.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked along.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display.
We should be able to catch.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What? Why?
Where?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great general... Dear, you'd be better off...
I'm not the type that's easily...
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the...
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that...
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I...
It's not too late yet. The village keep... Mads...
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing...
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also...
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to any filthy traitors?
It's impossible. Perhaps.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current...
Wait, you can't be serious.
So...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to...
Think you can talk me over with that confidence?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm used...
You were the scrub.
Not all desert dwellers...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you—
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out—
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But even if we got rid of—
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever—
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once—
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
all here so early?
Looks like we have everyone here.
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite...
Fine.
Uh-oh. Is it because...
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people than...
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with...
You stay right there!
think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Grandpa! Prime.
This day's going
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro.
Grandpa?
Hey, look.
There used to be a...
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, the symbols on the gate belonged to... It could have been an underground palace.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King!
What's he doing here? And
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time.
he's...
As it happened,
What are you doing?
don't you think it's curious? Two major deities are vying to show...
Paimon thought you weren't in...
Indeed. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do?
I'll just let them lay here.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so...
Sir Rama,
Huh? Are you mocking me?
interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be angry about.
It does seem kind of...
Duh.
Russian floral! Windblade! dies.
Oh, so sorry.
This'll brighten up the place. Windblade. Feeling lucky? Where'd that come from? Umbrella warfare, I guess. Windblade. Prepare to be blown away. going?
A sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among...
These are... King...
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies his wisdom is a...
You can read?
Of course.
He's not...
There's still something... The scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden... Excellent. There's a...
Isn't sharing knowledge...
Yes. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No!
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
But...
Was that the former Dendro...
You might be You've just witnessed it.
The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. King Deshret's death. The all but total annihilation of our civilization. It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin?
Raman, give it a rest.
My Eremites and I.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just...
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. But please, give me some time.
It's not gonna be...
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for...
Tomorrow. I'll convince him, and I'll return every...
You seem to finally understand.
Yes.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King...
The outcome...
We should get going too. Let's... Sino, we're leaving!
Stop.
Take that!
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say.
Don't mention it. But we share a common
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the...
There's no need to yet.
We've been all over the desert!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no.
Whoa. The moment they said
You should have known that
Wait, we were just following...
No, not Sino.
I could do...
Please have mercy.
Start talking.
So, you're
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play. They extract divine canned knowledge.
Well, you better start...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh.
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. It may seem as the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, the doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them...
This is what the air...
First, the Academia spent... After that, they harvest with the doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency. Next, they decided that their...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the...
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. If it's knowledge, no more...
You must have noticed by now. It is as if they are cursed with a desire. Some organisms, this is but a form of...
Then what does Lesser Lord... Is she not a true god?
From the beginning, when the Academia first, they found that at the time, not to mention that slowly but surely...
So...
All right, let's try to keep our... Raman, give me a few minutes.
Sure.
The village keepers you found...
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing...
Or, I...
Oh,
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about
So you were...
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed.
So,
Crush the sages and rescue...
Well...
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid...
Yep, it'll work out.
everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please. Wait a moment. Before attending the meeting...
What do you need?
Promise me that you...
What do you think?
Okay.
Oh, of course not. It's all a bunch of
Everyone's here so early.
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna...
I gotta admit.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution.
You're
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to... Come on, don't...
That's what I wanted. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must...
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy.
Paimon...
To be honest, I've... Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace,
I'm very glad I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also...
Yes, she did. But I think our plan is not child's play. We won't... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying...
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness. We all have our jobs to do, after all.
Speaking of the
Well, of course. But the advantage of... Just think about that mercenary who lost his mom.
Well, being
I'm not like the rest of...
this guy.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the... I think. But the academia, come to think of it, the Withering. Elazar.
But... At least, that's... Wait a second.
Ah, you've...
But if that's the case...
Wait. Why do you...
You mean, it's related to the sea...
To make sure we're still on track, I would...
Where are we going?
To an Aramite base.
It's all good. Whatever the boss says.
Ah, they're here.
Huh? What are...
I gave them some... technical...
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still...
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared.
Anyway, we're not going to use... As I mentioned during the meeting, this traveler... I want you to do you believe we can save less... Good. Now, please get...
You want us to record our...
Yes.
Paimon...
I understand. Because, to achieve this impossible task...
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated... Everything went without a hitch. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There's...
But what was the point of...
And that's perfectly...
Huh?
Have you forgotten? You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, imagine if you've been using a device after all that... A slave to orders, and that's why rules, in addition... You could say that the...
Things you're interested in are real...
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to...
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the...
I thought we agreed.
The plan is to...
But it's still the best.
I did.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time.
We agreed to work out a Had I known all...
Look, you already know that we're all...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire.
Seems you really do understand.
Traveler, Paimon. Ramon's plan is to have me work with...
Wait!
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let...
That also sounds like...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me. There is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you. To make the whole thing more convincing, I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But no.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I think we have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory.
Well, now that you... But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace, since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there's...
Okay, you have a deal. Let's...
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation.
Ah, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the... But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting?
They're a squad of Eremites who...
As many as Ain al-Ahmar. This should...
And I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe... Aren't you even if that guard doesn't know?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been... Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers, but things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle.
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought...
Because the Akasha can...
The Academia firm... By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the action. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate, emotions are part of... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of a decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. Our thoughts and the Akasha lacks... So...
Makes...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past. Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand District.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me.
Beep! Construct!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And,
Have you made a decision?
It seems to be a dire situation, so if...
There's no need for flattery. Take your most elite platoon and follow...
Understood.
Matt...
Hurry! Bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman. Any question?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all dude. Get ready.
Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here?
It's to show how important we think the operation, since this is a big
I'm glad to hear They are our only...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! Judging from those shiny...
Rahman. The Academia has caught wind of your...
Who are you supposed to be?
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's giving me this. Brothers!
blade.
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related person.
You pit. King Deshret.
Silence!
Oh!
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went real.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave.
Once we're done here, I'll return.
Yeah.
Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it?
I have a very... If we need help, get ready for the next phase.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come. In the time it took you to get here,
Sorry. We didn't mean to...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like... All joking aside... Our responsibility, dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru, is already hard enough. If the doctor were to crash the party, it would be next...
Yeah, we sure don't want...
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watch. If all hate them so, we'll find... The sages have placed spies every...
But...
That's certainly true. How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I'm looking good. There are many kinds of smiles. Let's go.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us.
All right. This place is better. Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor...
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with...
Yes, I know. Actually, he left...
He left already?
Yeah. He came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was? Sorry to ask you like this after having... For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So, okay. I'll answer your questions and we'll...
Sino's name really does work wonders.
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the trap, you don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia.
Hypatia? What?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean...
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. Let me ask.
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you've recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking...
Since you asked, I'll be...
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself...
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me. To the point of even questioning my general level.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such...
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also I will personally...
Hypatia was transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor. It's not so much that I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was...
I see. Of course, your opinion makes You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just... Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything. It's just as the Academia said. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true...
I don't think I missed any details.
Sorry, we can't...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest. Recently, my master...
Hasn't he already asked you several...
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. My master will occasionally... This has been a habit of his...
I get it. Since you are always
I'd like to ask you to do...
I can do that. But I have a feeling the Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it... If the higher-ups If the situation becomes critical...
All right, we've got a plan.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of...
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like...
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the Sate... On that note...
The Academia, yes. But my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very...
This may well be. Also, if you... I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find it...
Thanks.
Right. Now, oh, by the way...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if He also said that he'll... Just to be safe, let's check...
But we have no idea...
We'll do it the mercenary. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly, they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which...
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the port.
Tracking skill.
Shh! Don't drop. The port is crawl.
Let's keep going and see what...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland and...
Look! Thanks to Dia's tracking skill, seems we found...
Shh! Don't drop. The port is crawling.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday, but his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide. Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, and where are all the...
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't...
Oh no!
Let's go!
Pardis Di.
I believe we've already made our
But you've been in Sumer.
Even the Grand Sage, I've done my duty to it.
It would seem that my words have. You can keep trying to deny it.
With all due respect.
Well, you only. I may be staying at Pardis. It is still my duty to.
Then it seems our conversation.
No one will lay a hand on you.
Tigari, are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Detoxifying heat! You need to hurry up!
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
You need to hurry up!
Fire!
This one's well done!
Freeze!
Windblade!
You need to hurry up! Roast and fry!
A little ambiance!
This one's well done!
Windblade!
Feels clogged!
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Tigari, beat him up!
Right there.
Neutralize!
This one's well done!
Windblade!
Oh, so sorry.
In this quick space! This is bad! Yes, this is it.
Prepare to be blown away!
Cool it.
Roast and fry!
Watch out! This one's got your name on it! Fresh and floral!
This one's well done!
Extract!
You need to hurry up!
This one will be frozen in time.
You need to hurry up!
Freeze!
This one's well done!
Dodge this!
You need to hurry
Windblade! Attack! That's the way! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Umbrella warfare, I guess!
This one's well done! You need to hurry up! Roast and fry! You need to hurry up! This one's well done!
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
No escape! Stay right there! So soon!
Prepare to be blown away!
cool it! So with time!
A little ambiance. Is it my time to go?
I slipped up.
Lucky! Fire! Well, with rocks.
No escape.
Hiya!
I will end you.
Fellow warfare, I guess. And
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
got it! Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Parties Di and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do... I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed... I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand. My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some... Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to... Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith, but this also shows that humanity's work... Yes. What... Yeah, I'm in a good mood. Which is why I'm talking to you like this? What do you mean? But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning.
All I had Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having, so here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? Who wants to hurt my development? The doctor wants... How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you the doctor has never known his place? Even you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all. Well.
Ah! Paimon used thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the paladin? Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Tainari and Dia still must be fighting! Oh! Have the Fatui retreated?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move.
Struck by...
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attack. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us...
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's all right. My wound aside, you look like you've seen...
Hey, didn't I tell...
Just in case. Let's go to... Thank goodness.
Hey!
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and left Sumeru in a hurry. Maybe...
You said the balladeer claimed that
Have you noticed?
So...
Based on what the travelers... In other words?
Yay! That's...
Thank you for the help, Tainari.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here. Let's continue to keep a look.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and so, we've
Oh! Tainari
Everything also went to avoid alerting.
I can't believe
it's all thanks to.
It appears to, well.
Huh?
Well.
Shouldn't you end with
personally?
I'll hate them, you.
Oh, and if you want, so you should find someone.
But I thought all of you.
Then I should remind you.
I know that.
A scribe is responsible.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah! Say something to boost morale! Huh? What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Neelu! Hey, everyone. I'm not...
Not at all.
But you also look...
Welcome, Neelu.
Huh? Join? You mean...
Yes, Neelu.
Huh?
Oh, right. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusana.
Remember.
Okay. I'll get.
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep.
All the preparations are done.
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super...
Well said. Thankfully.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all...
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight.
Yep, goodnight.